This video we're going to talk about EdPuzzle and what it can do for you in your classroom and for your students. So EdPuzzle is actually a great way to make like a formative assessment and to just check in to see if your students are understanding the video that you may be showing that day, especially if they're online. So EdPuzzle is really easy to go to. You just go to edpuzzle.com. Click on the login. It's going to ask you if you're a teacher or a student. You're a teacher. Sign in with Google and choose your Google account and off you go. It is fairly easy. The first thing it's going to open up is your content. Now, if you haven't used EdPuzzle, you may have nothing in your content. I obviously have used EdPuzzle a lot, so I have a ton of stuff in my content. And if you want to add to your content, you just click Add Content. You can create a video, you can upload a video, you can create folders. This is new in EdPuzzle. Before, your stuff all looked like a mess way down here, but now you can have folders. I'm usually going to YouTube, so you can choose a video from YouTube, so you can search for something in YouTube if you want to, or if you have created like a screencastify and uploaded it into YouTube, you can grab that URL and paste it in here, and that will bring your YouTube up also, and you can use it. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that I want to do Introduction to Electricity. So I just click on it and it's going to bring it up. Right now it is just a plain old YouTube video. I could assign it if I wanted to straight from here with nothing, but I actually want to add the EdPuzzle stuff to it. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to hit my edit button. This now brings up some different things that I can do. I can cut this video so I can change where it starts, or I can change where it stops. I can do a voiceover to this video. So if during the video I want to add something to explain something to my students that maybe the video is not doing a very good job for, I can do that. Or I can ask questions. This is the most popular one to use. So on the questions one, you have a choice of multiple choice, just like it sounds, open-ended, or I can leave a note. So if there's something in the video that the students aren't understanding, I can leave a note about it that they might want a little more explanation to, that the video might need a little help with. So I can add a note there to get them started. So basically, you just hit play and you let your video play. And when you're ready, you're going to... So this person asked, if the sound's not playing, do you recognize the person you see on your screen? I could actually, in fact, ask a question at this particular time. Who is this person? Now I can do a multiple choice. Is it Einstein? Is it Fulcrum? Is it, Kermit the Frog? I can add anything else. All right. Frog. And then I choose which one I want it to be right. So if it's Einstein, I can leave that little green thing there. I can have multiple answers that are right. So if there's multiple things, I can just change it that way. When I'm done, I just hit save, and then I hit continue, and off it goes. Oh, it was Thomas Edison. I had nobody right. Okay, so then I can ask a question. Why did the light bulb, or how did the light bulb change the world? Light bulb change the world. Okay, now that's a short answer or an open-ended one. So I hit save and the students are going to be able to type in there. Okay, I hit continue and it goes on. All right, so I can add as many or as least amount of questions as I want to. I'm just going to pretend I'm going to do that I'm all done. So I go up here and you'll notice that it says it's saved automatically. So it is actually saving as you go. I'm going to go ahead and hit finish, and it's going to give me some choices off to the side here. And it tells me that at 7 seconds I have a multiple choice, at 21 seconds I have an open-ended question. All my questions would be listed here. So I can assign it, I can edit it again, I can duplicate this one, or I can delete it. You can change what it's listed as. It can be public or private. I really don't care if people are going to, on EdPuzzle, are going to use my videos. They're pretty specific to my classes, so if they want to use my videos, more power to them. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit assign. When I hit the assign button, it now brings up my Google Classrooms. If you have not added your classes to EdPuzzle, you just go click on add new classes and it'll take you to your Google Classroom. You can choose which ones you want to add into your thing. Okay, so then I'm going to pick which class I want to add it to. So I'm going to add it to my test class. I'm going to make sure that I have prevent skipping is on. I can turn on closed captioning if I want, and I usually do in case students need that. And then I'm going to tell it to post to Google Classroom. Once I assign this in Google Classroom, I will not have the ability to schedule it. So you can't schedule it to assign at a later date. That's the one bad thing about this. So if you have kids who like to work ahead, and I have a few that do, you might want to wait and assign it on that day, but you cannot assign it on a later date. Okay, but if I choose later, it's just going to kick me right back out to here. Okay, so I can go to assign. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it to my test classroom. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to post it. I can do a start date, and then I can say it can run for a couple of days if I want it to. On the due date, I go ahead and hit save, and then I hit assign, and off it goes into my Google Classroom. Once it's in your Google Classroom, it will tell you it's posted on Google Classroom. I can share the assignment somewhere else. I can reset student progress. I can download grades, and it'll download them into a CVS file, so you can upload them into something else, or I can delete this assignment. At this particular moment, I can see my students and how much progress they're making. So Fred has watched 0% of this. I'm actually going to go back to my gradebook. So in my gradebook, I can see that this class, this test class, and I can change classes here, has 3 things assigned to them. Fred has started on this one because it has 3 dots, and he's 3 minutes into it. So it'll tell you how long it took him to look at the assignment. So I can actually go to Fred's, and I can see how far he's gotten. So he answered this question, but then stopped. So, and he has not finished. Here are Fred's answers to the questions. So at this particular moment, I can say, yep, Fred, you got this one right. It's good. I could leave Fred a comment. Please try again. I can say, nope, Fred, you didn't get that one right. And I can see all of Fred's things. I can also do that by looking at my classes. So my test class has this particular assignment's due on September 9th. I do have some that have no due dates, so they started on the 8th, but they don't have any due dates. I can also see all my students that are in here, and I can import other students too. You cannot take your grades from EdPuzzle and put them into Google Classroom, but your students will see their grades in EdPuzzle, so it's kind of a combination thereof. Kind of thing. You can flip from question to question to question, or you can look at all the same questions all at the same time and grade them all at once. Super easy to grade on this thing because you're just clicking yes, no, or making comments. And that is basically what it looks like on the teacher side. On the student side, then they'll get something that says this, like EdPuzzle, The Pigeon Has Gone to School was assigned to them, and the one we just did, Introduction to Electricity. If you don't like those titles, and I've changed some of mine, you can just go to, on your side, in your Google Classroom, you can just go to, I get to my test class here, there it is. You can just go and edit the assignment, edit, and you can change the title. So I can add like step 1, step 2, whatever, and I can change the topic and move it around that way. But once again, you cannot schedule it, so it's pretty stuck once it's there. That is EdPuzzle. If you have any questions, feel free, give me a call. I'd be glad to help you out. Let me know if you need anything.